Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of One Piece's manga chapter 839, and this one, I said in the live reaction that I didn't think it was that entertaining. Upon rereading, I thought it was definitely more entertaining and better, but yeah, regardless of how much I thought it was entertaining, I thought that the actual writing of it was really good, and the actual character work, especially showing off Sanji's character, was really great. So starting off from the beginning, we had the Vinsmokes all sitting around eating dinner or whatever. Or I guess actually eating breakfast, because I'm pretty sure this is the morning after Luffy started fighting Cracker, is the timeline we're at now. So I guess they were all eating breakfast together, and they're discussing what happened at Broccoli now that Ichiji and Niji are there. And Broccoli was we already know they were having a civil war, and they paid the Vinsmokes to come help end it, and the reason that they had to pay them to do so was that now that Doflamingo was taken down, they didn't have their weapon supply coming in anymore. So again, really cool showing how Doflamingo being taken down is this whole huge worldwide effect, affecting the Yonko, affecting all these countries. Like, Doflamingo was a linchpin holding shit together, and now that Luffy has toppled him, everybody is going for a mad scramble for the throne of Pirate King at this point, because it really threw off the balance of the new world, having Doflamingo not here anymore to keep Kaido in check, to keep Big Mom from going after Kaido in a way, since he had Caesar under him, working for him on the side, and he would be the middleman to provide protection either way. Now that all the weapons deals and all these countries all over the New World are donezo, it's cool to see how the reaches of Doflamingo being taken down are so far. And when they're discussing this stuff here, I have got to say that this is like the most freaking Nazi design ever for this room. Like, they are, like, Oda is not even playing with the Nazi imagery, with the freaking like eagle or whatever, and the banners with the symbol on it. It is, and even the lightning bolt is the secondary symbol. It's very much Nazi looking, and damn Oda. But if you weren't certain that the Vinsmokes were the bad guys, but Niji and them sort of give Sanji a hard time. And Sanji's like, yo, Niji, eat your damn food. But Niji didn't like it. He had some chocolate earlier. So Sanji's like, no, you need to eat your food. And I love just Sanji's personality is so freaking great. And so Niji calls out head chef Cosette. And Cosette, waifu material right there. Like I say about a lot of girls in One Piece and other stuff. But Cosette, waifu material, click. And so Niji's pretty much like, yo Cosette, you swept the bathrooms on the Gourmet, you were the head chef on the SS Diarrhea. And so he's pissed off at her, goes to throw the plate of food at her. Sanji, epic block from him, and the food falls on the floor, so Sanji eats it off the floor, and it was a really amazing scene. Once again, just showing off how great a character Sanji really is, and just really putting in that character work with him. It was so good. So actually, because of all this, and it was really cool seeing Sanji like compliment Cosette's food and everything, but then Niji comes in, tries to kick Sanji, but Judge is like, yo, knock this shit off, don't kick him, it's about to be his wedding day. So Niji pulls the kick back and stops the kick, but there's a shockwave from it that's pretty incredible, so building some hype for Niji there as well and his combat abilities. Also, earlier at the breakfast table, the Vinsmokes did also discuss that they could perhaps be kicked out of the world government circle, essentially, pretty soon. But Reverie is coming up soon, they acknowledge that. And right after the whole Sanji and Cosette incident, Sanji tells his family, you guys really disgust me. And they say back, the disgust goes both ways between them. They think he's just filthy peasant, and he thinks they are just scum, shit beneath the scum of the earth. And I can concur with Sanji there. They're pretty shitty people. Except Reiju notably seems like she is just always smiling and interested and entertained with what's going on. So she might be a good guy, but I don't know, because she is the one that also put the cuffs on Sanji, so I have no idea. a lot of me thinks she's a good guy, but a lot of me also thinks that might be too predictable. And if it's predictable, it's probably not right with One Piece, because Oda likes to hit you out of left field with some random shit. So, not totally sure there. And going on from there, oh man, Judge holds up the picture of Zeph, and Sanji is just stricken hopeless. Zeph's life is in danger now because Judge is threatening if Sanji doesn't go along with this, that Zeph could be killed. He can't do anything or Zeph will get killed. He has the exploding cuffs on him. He is trapped in the castle with their entire army. He is just so screwed, and he's been put into such a hopeless situation, which I think is really cool. Because I think we could see something like maybe Brooke sees him while he's off having lunch with Big Mom, which we find out about next, and I'll talk about that next. But maybe Brooke sees him there, or maybe Chopper and Carrot do find his mirror and come out, and they're like, yo, come with us, we can get out of here. But Sanji's like, no, I can't leave. And it's a situation where, even though they're trying to rescue him, he's like, I can't leave, they'll hurt Zeph. So we're going to have to find an enhanced resolution to all these issues. We can't just take Sanji and leave. We can't just take the Poneglyph and leave. We have a lot more shit going on that we need to find a resolution. And I don't see how we're going to find a resolution without potentially taking out Big Mom. And if half of Luffy's crew takes down a Big Mom, or takes down a Yonko being Big Mom, that's going to be pretty incredible and make Luffy and his crew seem pretty damn hype going into Wano. I do, of course, personally feel that Kaido is a step above Big Mom, but still, Big Mom isn't a joke. So, I mean, like I said, I don't think she herself is very smart or very strong, but just, she's a Yonko. I mean, us taking her out is not something to be underestimated, an endeavor to be underestimated. But we get to see some flashbacks with Sanji and Zeph, but they were nothing new. They were feelsy, and I think they were well placed, but they were nothing new, and I may have actually preferred if we got something new. I don't know. It's just, I feel like the content was a little short this chapter, but I don't know. I don't know if I would change much of anything if I had the option to. Like, it was still very good. It just seemed a little bit short on content to me. But right after that, we do find out, like I said earlier, from Judge that Judge and Sanji are supposed to be having lunch today with, today in the story, with Big Mom and Pudding, and then Big Mom and then the wedding is supposed to be tomorrow. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be tomorrow, because it would have been 2 days, the day that Luffy was fighting Cracker, so it should be tomorrow in the story time. So yeah, then they all go their separate ways. Sanji finds Cosette beaten to a bloody pulp, which was damn sad and impactful and brutal. And, Sanji rightfully is mad, and he's like, I'm gonna go kick Niji's ass. And Yonji's like, I'll take you to him. So Sanji and Yonji go off to this room that Yonji said that they always tried to sneak into as kids. And it's a big-ass cloning chamber. So, bam, shock, surprise, chapter end. What I think of the cloning chamber, not sure how much I like it or not, but it is what it is. It's a part of the story. Some real quick theories I might have about it. The clones seem to be numbered, and Sanji and his siblings are numbered, essentially. They're Rei, Ich, Ni, San, and Yon. They are 0 through 4. Their names are just numbers, essentially. So, what if they are prototype clones, or what if they're different from the other clones because they're actually clones of Judge himself? That, I think, could potentially be true. Or at least it would be a pretty good guess at something. Or especially since the 4 of them were born on the same day, it just makes me, and we haven't seen or heard anything of their mother, it seems really suspect to me, and it makes me think they could actually be clones of Judge. And then, I guess, lastly, would it be? Yeah, I guess the other thing that the clones make me think about is we see that they're all in the chambers. There are different types of them, and they're numbered, and the numbers, even like 1 through 7, it looks like, are still in the chambers. So if that's the case, the dudes we saw before it makes me wonder if those dudes are actually clones, or if this is some new project to clone new soldiers, and this could potentially be why Judge needs to make the alliance with Big Mom, because Big Mom can put her souls in inanimate objects. What if they can make these bodies, but there's nothing they can do to bring them to life, but they can actually get Big Mom to put souls into the clone bodies, and then the clone army would actually work, because they have souls now. Another thing it makes me think, though, if the current soldiers they already have are already clones, which they very may well be because they kind of look like it, it makes you feel still pretty bad about, but not quite as bad about, and it makes it more understandable and believable how the Vinsmokes always say, like, wall and shit like that, and they just line up to get killed. And how the Vinsmokes care less about them, like, just treat them like they're very, very expendable. I think if they were normal humans, the Vinsmokes would treat them about the same. But it interests me that being clones, that could be part of the psychology of it even more. And it just makes it more like, it's almost like the only real citizens of the country are the Vinsmokes. The Germa is just the Vinsmoke family, and nobody would follow them. Nobody would be the peasants under them. It's just the Vinsmoke family, maybe a couple people like Cosette, and the scientists, and then a bunch of clones. So it's really interesting that their kingdom might be just a bunch of clones and them. So that's cool too. Either way, like I said, art was great this chapter. I thought the story was really, really great, especially the character work with Sanji. I really was disappointed, and maybe didn't get as much entertainment out of it because it was only like 2 or 3 scenes. Like, the entire chapter was only 2 or 3 scenes. But I did enjoy it, but I feel like it was a little bit short on content. But the content it had was very good, especially regarding Sanji. So because of that, I'm giving it 7.5 head chefs out of 10. Poor Cosette. I hope she comes back. I really like the character design. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if she came back as a good guy and helped the Straw Hats find Sanji or something. So, yeah, I hope we see her again since she got a mangaka box. But either way, that's it. So, thank you once again for watching this video. Like if you did like it, and subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga, and a ton of other anime and manga. Comment down there and tell me what you thought of the chapter and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel, and that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.